Hey there, Sheryl here. So, have you taken a pause lately and thought about how crazy it is that it's already June, halfway through the year? And so it's time for a course correction. Or maybe I should ask you a question. Do you think it's time for a course correction? And I know for me it absolutely is, and from a lot of the folks that I've been working with recently. So it's perfect time for this, especially if you're feeling like you're a little bit spinning, out of control, overwhelmed, and also if you feel like you're not being heard and having the impact that you want and deserve. It's time to kind of take an assessment of how do we want the second half of the year to go and make a course correction and change right now, because your voice matters a lot, your contribution matters a lot, and not just you deserve to be heard, but your family, your business, your company, and honestly, the world depends on your voice really being heard right now and for you to take purpose-driven action. So here's the thing. I want you to, we're going to take a pause, and we're going to do it together to make sure that you can finish the second half of the year really strong and really happy. Because when we are happy, that is when we are doing our best work and when we can really have an influence and impact others. Now, I have to warn you, I'm going to ask a couple questions, put on my coaching hat, that might not be easy, and you do not have to answer them all right now, but I want you to jot them down and think through them and have them digest and be really honest with yourself, okay? So the first one is, in order to make a course correction, we need to gain clarity. And to gain clarity, like I said, we have to answer some sometimes tough questions. And so the first one is, I want you to write down and really assess and ask yourself, am I in the right role? Or is it time for an exit? And that might make you a little bit uncomfortable, but I want you to find a journal or a pad of paper and get a cup of tea or coffee or whatever you like to drink and really answer that question and do some soul searching with that one, because that's a big one and that's where it starts. So are you in the right role? And also that comes along with, are you in the right company? What is your gut telling you? So try and take your head out of it for a moment and really write down what your gut is telling you right now. And then also, regardless of where you are you feeling heard, valued, and respected? Because that is, for all of you that have worked with me one-on-one or in a group or now in a larger scale facilitation, you really learn that that's one of the 10 human drives that makes us happy and fulfilled, and that is being heard, valued, and respected. So answer the question, am I feeling heard, valued, and respected in my role? And then I want you to also think about and ask yourself, what does my ideal workday look like? So we can't really have a sustainable workday and have the impact we want and deserve if we're not ourselves crystal clear on what we want it to look like. And then now finally, ask yourself, what is a big or small ask that I could make that could help me move into that direction? Because a lot of times, and not to throw us women under the bus all at the same time, but a lot of times, especially women, don't like to ask for what they need. So it might be within your company, within your role, but it also might, be some help that you need, around the house, for kids that are getting older to pick up the slack and make dinner or clean up or, do something, or something that you might need from a spouse or a partner. But it also might be to ask your manager or leader a big ask for something that you want, need. So I want you to think about either something small or a large, big ask that you might need. Now, again, all of these questions, some of them are a little difficult to answer. So if you're taken aback by some of them, I want you to take a pause and a deep breath and think about, what is a micro step that I can take? A micro step. So think about an ask that you need right now. And it might be something as simple as, in the evening, I need 30 minutes to myself to think through, my next best move, or I might need to have some time with the manager, or just think about a big ask that you need, or even a really small ask, but think about a micro step. So that micro step might be some time for yourself to move and exercise. and you just haven't been able to like fit it in, which is understandable. But that micro step might be to have 10 minutes to do that and figure out, ask your boss, your family, or someone how they can support you. Or the big ask is of yourself, to give yourself permission. So think through all these questions, take time to answer them. But in the meantime, think of what is a micro step, because it's very important for a course correction. We want you to be able to sustain this leadership over the long haul, right? And so just consider that you are a gift. You're a gift, and we really want you to think about what is in you that needs to come out right now. What is your gut trying to tell you? Do you need a course correction right now? Because, you know, if you believe in this, the world and the universe, they whispers to us, and then the voices get louder and louder and louder until we have to listen. So what is the universe either whispering to you or starting to yell at you a little bit that you need to course correct right now? Because if we don't make these changes, if we don't make the course correction, there are consequences. There are consequences to our wellness, to our relationships, to our career. There's just a lot of consequences. And so I want you to think through these questions, and then in the meantime, think of a micro step. Now, there's something that I want to share with you. If you're a little bit overwhelmed by this process, a little bit overwhelmed in how to learn how to be like a limitless leader in a sustainable way, in other words, have purpose-driven impact in the world, and what do I need to change right now, and how do I build the confidence to do it, and how do I like have influence to have other people stand with me in allyship and to support me. Now, if you want help with that, this is the first time I'm doing this ever. And this is a private invitation from me to you. And I am going to start the first week in July, something called a Limitless Leader Live Mastermind. It's for 10, we're doing groups of 10. So when a couple of these groups or 10 are full, we're going to close it down. So what this is, I'm going to give you access for free to my digital curriculum, and then I will guide you. And I am not the hero of this process. You are the hero. I am going to be your guide, and I'm going to guide you through the Limitless Leader curriculum. And we're going to do it in a very small group live mastermind setting. We will meet. It's going to take place over 3 months. We will meet every other week, and there will be accountability, there will be community, there will be support, and you're going to get some new tools so you know how to do the things that I'm talking about in this blog. So you understand and have the accountability to get the push, to do something that's uncomfortable because you know it's the right thing to do, but maybe you haven't done it on your own yet. So I am so excited to extend this invitation to this community. I am not taking it public yet. If for some reason it does not fill through this, I will take it public in the next couple of days, but I wanted to make sure that you had access to it first. And so if you are interested, or someone within your circle of influence is interested, please do schedule a time to speak with me for sure before June 25th, and we'll have a conversation to see if it's a mutual good fit, because I'm very protective of this group. I want them to be supportive, female leaders, emerging leaders, and male allies. It is going to be inclusive, and I'm really excited to do this because together we can really go far. Together, when we are living from a place of our purpose-driven work, together we can change the world, and I'm really looking forward to you being a part of this group. So go ahead, grab a time on my personal calendar, that's SherylKline.com/ignition. I look forward to talking to you soon and having a conversation about this upcoming really powerful group.